Hello, hello! Welcome to Parkitect, a game that takes me back to my school days when I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon. Now, this is an isometric view, park building game, theme park building game, and I think this is honestly one of the, you could say, one of the best reinventions of old games which we've seen, and the game is quite challenging. So anyway, we are jumping right into Sandbox Mode, where we have a bunch of maps to choose from, so we can choose any of these maps. And I think I've never tried some of these maps. Like I've played like two games, so I understand the mechanics of the game, but I still don't know the, how you win the game or any of that. So we could actually get into the river park. That is an option. So I'm going to try that. Research is right now disabled, so we could enable research. I don't think any of the maps have research enabled. Alright, so we are going to play the river park with research enabled, money enabled, which means we don't have infinite money. We start with 25,000, park rating of 50%. And although this is sandbox, there are some scenario goals. First one is that we have at least 2,000 guests in our park. Second is we have no loan or debts. Third is we have an overall park rating of 90%. And the optional goal is we have at least 500 guests in our park. Well, this says 2,000 guests. So what is this? It's the same. Have at least 2,000 guests in your park. Have at least 500 guests. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what exactly is. But we will see. Let's dive into the game. Right. So our park is right now open. It's called River Park. So let's call it the Kalir Park of Fun and Joy. Right. So the park fee is $1. Right now we don't have any rides, so that's all right. This is our park, so we can move around and we can see that unlike Roller Coaster Tycoon, we've got some buildings over here. This is a park entrance, and these are our utility buildings. So we need to have utilities as well. So as we go on, I'll probably explain how some of those things work. This is a beautiful river which snakes through our, actually it doesn't snake through our park. There seems to be some sort of a catchment here, but then the river flows this way, and there are a few bumps for sure. Right, so this being the first game that we are playing here, we will most likely make something simple. So these are the rides we have. We have a gentle monorail ride, which is under gentle rides. So I guess this just goes around in a circle. We have some blueprints here. Ooh. All right. So I'm going to use a lot of blueprints. Like the selling point of Roller Coaster Tycoon is that you can make your own custom roller coasters, which is amazing. But yeah, right now we are going to start off with getting some of these pre-designed ones in place. Canopy Explorer, that sounds awesome. Ooh, this is huge. The reason we're going to get the pre-designed ones in place is mainly because of the cash which we have. We start off with very less cash, or I think 25,000 is very less cash. So we are going to start off by building some prefabs in place. But then as time goes on, we will definitely get some of the other functions in place, which is to basically say we will build our own rides. So there you have it. That's the Canopy Explorer, which is a fantastic name for a ride. And they follow this particular concrete, or I don't know if that's concrete or not, kind of path. What's it called? It's called concrete. So we are going to keep the concrete path. So I'm going to get this here. The main thoroughfare is going to be 3 cubes wide, I guess. We could do that. Why not? So we can have a little joining area here so people can come in through here. There's a little dead end here. That's all right. I mean, we like dead ends, I guess. We could of course remove some of these trees, but that's an integral part of the ride. So there you have it. That's our first ride. So let's click on this, and it's closed, so we can open it, and I'm going to charge a bit more than this. So we're going to start off with $3 here. Right, so that's our first ride down. I wonder how it goes. So the monorails are here, which means it will start off from here. There you have it. This is like one of those Swan Lake rides, right? It's like a really slow and gradual ride which goes around. It's pretty nice, looks cute. So that's fantastic. So the next is the Carousel. The Carousel is quite a famous ride, which a lot of people like to go on. So I'm going to move this out a little bit. 3 spaces should be fine. And then we will have our entrance here and our exit here. And let's open it up. Let's charge $2 for this. And all of this is arbitrary, how much money we charge, because I don't have a clue what the right formula for this game is yet, because this is the first time I'm actually going to play this game for quite a long period of time. Now there are a couple of things which I should point out. I'm assuming that people are familiar with this kind of game, but still let me explain. We are running a theme park, and the idea is that we build rides, make our guests happy, and we make profits. So we've got 2 rides right now, and if we see, we are at the slowest speed right now because I'd like to explain some of the things which are happening. Oh, look at that, it's raining now. That's fancy. So what we do have is we have the rides. So if I could just click this ride. So we have this ride called the Canopy Explorer. There are 8 guests on the ride right now, and 1 guest is in queue. We go here, we can change some of the colors. I don't want to do that because there's a free prefab. It looks pretty nice. These are the test results. They give you 3 metrics: excitement, intensity, and nausea. Nobody likes nausea. Nausea is bad. You have to keep nausea at a minimum. But then when you try to increase excitement and increase intensity, nausea is going to increase, right? So that's kind of like how that balances out. So the intensity and excitement are very important because each guest has a particular threshold which he has for intensity and for excitement. I don't know if I can directly see it here. Preferred ride intensity is low to medium, right? Excitement is always good, nausea is always bad, and intensity is how much they can take of a particular ride. I guess that's how they translate it here. So the ride intensity he prefers is low to medium, which means he would love this ride because it gives him a lot of excitement with low intensity and almost no nausea. So that's fine. But he's just Norma. Oh, Norma's just decided to sit under the shade because it rains. Actually, that's amazing. I never thought about that in all my previous parks, that I should have some sort of a shaded area where people could take refuge from the rain. I guess that's how it is. So this is the inventory. It says she's got $160 with her and a park ticket. So that 160, it's up to us to see how we can get that. That's the focus. That's the point of this game. And park entrance fee is a good deal because we're charging very less for her to enter, so that's good. We can even pick her up or we can follow her around if we want. Total time she spent in the park and total amount of money that is there with her, right? So now we can, this we got from the guest purview. No, this we got from the guest actually. So if we go to the guest purview, we get an average value of all the needs of the guest which are there. Happiness is the most important. Tiredness is also an important factor. Hunger is also important. Thirst is also important. For both of this, we can build shops which will take care of those needs for them. And then of course toilet needs. Toilet needs are also very important. Nausea, if they get very nauseous, they would puke. And so you need janitors to clean it up. And then you have immersion. Immersion is how much they are immersed in the fun. So if there are buildings like this and they see park operations going on, that immersion value just goes down. These are some of the thoughts which will help you understand Carousel is not worth the money. So let's bring her down to 1.5, which I guess was what it is. So that's going to be worth it now. And of course, this is just an indication of all the actions that the guests are doing. That's fine. So that's the guest menu. The overview just gives you an overview of all the attractions that we have, all the shops, all the employees, and all the people who are there. This is kind of like filters. So you can, for example, you can say decorations, and then you will see what is the decorations value. People hate this place because they can see all of these buildings. So obviously they're going to hate it. We will fix that in quite some time. Rain protection tells you where they're protected from the rain, inside the ride, outside the ride, whatnot. And then trash tells you where there is trash. We will get janitors in a bit. Vandalism tells you if there's any vandalism. Of course, vandals come in. And then you have the grid, which you can see. You can see underground. You can hide the scenery if you want. You can hide the paths if you want. And you can hide the attractions themselves if you want. So that's the filters menu. And then going down here is the staff. So we will require some staff. So let's get ourselves a janitor. Let's get ourselves a hauler. Is actually not important right now, but let's get him anyway. Oh, there's an event. A nearby theme park closed, drawing more visitors to us. Yay for us. Let's get ourselves a mechanic, because mechanics are important when things break down, not just the rides, but also other things like park facilities. Let's get a security person who can go around and catch some of the vandals before they get to some of our stuff. Let's get ourselves an entertainer, which is a cute little raptor. So you can actually see that. So there are many variations of this. You can get a shark, you can get a robot, a scarecrow, a knight, whatnot. I personally don't like the knight, but if the park is big enough, I guess, yeah, sure, we can have a knight. Then you have here, which is the research window. Right now we are researching a thrill ride, so I'm going to change this quickly to shops. It'll finish this research of the thrill ride, give me the thrill ride, and then it'll start doing shops. I can change this budget. I can of course go into marketing research and do some marketing research to understand what the needs of our people are. I guess I've not used that extensively. And this is the funnest part of the game, which I find to be extremely fun, but then some people don't, which is where you see what your financial performance is to see if you have enough money in the next round for you to build stuff or not. You of course have a graph for people who would like to see it in a graphical format, and you have loans which you can take out. This map affords some options for loans which are much better than the other maps I've played. And of course you can have campaigns, advertising campaigns and whatnot. And finally you have the park entrance, which tells you what the park name is, how much is the fee we are charging. Let's charge $2 now because we have 2 rides, haha. And this is the rating of the park that people give. It's around 50% right now. The satisfaction of all the guests. There is no high intensity ride around that interests him or them, because there's 12 people who are saying that. There's no medium intensity rides here that interest him, 2 people. So let's get on with getting a high intensity ride in a minute. And the number of guests we have and some stats, and this is just like some goals which we, the initial goals which we saw. So this is to see if we can achieve that or not. Right, so we have a dial here which gives us the time. We can set it to 3, 1 or pause. This is the temperature which is there. As far as I know, there's no snow, but yeah, that's that. There's a day-night cycle, so you can, with one click, you can quickly change from day to night. And this is of course your financial performance, which you can click to get this. This is your park rating, kind of like your happiness in foundation, you could think. And these here are what we use to construct stuff. This is settings menu, so I'm not even going to go there. There is a notification here that says, okay, that's the nearby theme park, that's the recents, that's all right. So that's like, it's a little bit out of the way, so it's okay. It's not very intrusive. Half the times I don't even notice what's going on there. So let's quickly jump in here, and these are the rides we have. Rides are separated into calm rides, thrill rides, coasters, transport rides. Oh, cool. We have a transport ride. That's amazing. And water rides. So all of this is fine. So let's quickly jump in to see if we have any high intensity rides. All these are medium intensity. Of course, somebody wanted medium intensity as well. So we could get one of these. This is the swinging ship. This is Gravitron. Excitement is low. Intensity medium. Nausea is medium. Nausea is low here. So I am tempted to get the swinging ship. And yeah, notch is high, we're not getting that. So let's get ourselves a little swinging ship. So we can place things wherever it is that we want, but I'm just choosing to place them in these locations just for the fun of it, so that I can disperse my people around. Which, I mean, I understand is a bad idea because you want people to be on your rides rather than walking to your rides. But hey, I want them to keep moving further and further into the park. That's my goal here. So we can get the queue here. Right? We're not renaming any of them, so this is called swinging ship as is. Right, so the swinging ship is ready. Now as you can see, this is kind of like, there's just too much open space here, which could be annoying for some people, I guess. So we could actually reduce the size of this considerably. Like we can make it a 2x2, but that's okay. So we got that, which is okay, and then we need something that's high intensity. The wooden coasters are awesome. Wooden coasters are really good. They're a very good option for a coaster, but I am tempted to go into the wild mouse and see if we have anything that's high intensity. Can we filter by high intensity? We can't. Ninja Run? Seriously? That's a nice name. What is this? This is high excitement but not high intensity. This is very high excitement, medium intensity, and low. That's good. So total is around 5009. Oh, looks nice. Why not? Let's get ourselves this. Why? Oh, because the trees. Because of them goddamn trees. Okay, so let's get this here. And probably a wooden coaster would get me high intensity, wouldn't it? No, still hovering in medium. Excitement is extreme, that's awesome. High nausea. Right, one coaster's good enough for us for the time being, I assume. So once we get in here, it's all wooden, right? Where's the exit? Where is the exit? That's the exit. Exit comes down here. So that's okay. We can get the concrete. Just replace these. Get the concrete fitted here. So this should have good decoration because it's a prefab. Prefabs normally are decoratively very good. So the idea of this game is to make things thematic, and yeah, this game is awesome. This game excels at all of that. This I mean, I just can't stop talking about how awesome Roller Coaster Tycoon was. So I guess the prefabs come with the optimal pricing. So why do we need to change it is the question. So there you have it. That's the wild mouse or mini coaster. I forgot what it was. Was it the wild mouse? Yeah, I think it was a wild mouse. It's colorful tracks and then it's going around and looks really nice. That's cool. Really is cool. So one of the things we want to do is to make sure that these people don't have to see any of this. So I am going to get myself a bunch of shops first. So we have hot dogs. So we can set up over here, I guess. We can have a hot dog stall here. And we can have ourselves a soft drink stall over here. So now that we build this, there is a tiny little road that's telling us something's wrong. And what's wrong is people can't reach it, the employees can't reach it. So we are going to do this so that employees can reach this. There's still a problem. What's the problem? Do you not have hauliers? I am pretty sure I hired a haulier. So let's pick him up, drop him here so he knows exactly where he needs to go. The next thing we need to do is we need to connect these to the actual roads, because we want people to come up here and then take stuff. There is a price point as well which they have, which I'm not going to mess with right now. It's just going to be as is. So now people obviously don't like seeing this, right? So that's where we go to the decorations, and this is the minimum amount of decorations which I've done so far. So we go down to walls, and then let's choose, I like the wooden ones, right? Like these ones. So let's get this here, kind of like a doorway, and then let's get these over here. Wasn't supposed to go there. Here, 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 and of course here to hide all of you guys from all of this ghastliness. Right, so now if we go in here and we go to decorations, we see that this is green. Awesome, which means people don't care that there are people running in and out here and doing stuff there because they can't see it anymore. So that's the start of a beautiful, beautiful game of Parkitect, which is kind of like a surrogate of Roller Coaster Tycoon. Not surrogate, but kind of like a successor. I mean, of course, Planet Coaster is amazing, but this game is not competing with Planet Coaster, right? It goes back to what the core of this game is about. So there's an issue here. What is the issue? Oh, you don't have goods. That's okay. So this is another touch which I love. If you zoom out enough, you can hear like music playing in the background. So yeah, it's a very beautiful game. I love it, and I hope that we keep going ahead. We start making a profit so that we can start building our own stuff, our own coasters, and start getting into beautification, which I'm very uncomfortable about getting into until we make a profit. So there you have it. Do like and subscribe if you like the content I'm putting outside, and I'll be back in a quick bit with another episode. Do comment if you think anything's comment worthy, and take care now. Bye bye then.